Alright, so we are back with some more Final Fantasy VII Remake news. So we recently talked about that press event thing that was going on with Maximilian Doom, Easy Allies, Skill Up, Gamespot, and whoever else might be a part of it. So with that event, there seemed to be some sort of an NDA on it. They can't talk about it yet. They will be able to within the coming weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And it seemed to be more than just the demo, because people got to play 3+ hours of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Which means that it's possibly the full game, as in they got to boot up Final Fantasy VII Remake from the very beginning and just play for roughly around 3 hours. That's just kind of the speculation right now. We obviously have no idea exactly what it is that they're playing yet. And there seems to be more press events happening, possibly with influencers, but I don't know if it's the exact same thing where they're playing like 3 hours or so of the game. So I mentioned in yesterday's video that Naoki Yamaguchi and Yoshinori Kitase were kind of touring the world more or less, going to all kinds of different countries. And today they're at a bar in London that was 7th Heaven themed, which is pretty damn cool. And we actually had Kat Karskens tweet out some images of this bar, and she's the head of influencer relations for Square Enix EU, and she actually replied to somebody on Twitter to let them know that this is a press event. And actually scrolling down through her Twitter a little bit more, she actually retweeted something from Jacksepticeye, who was actually at this event, so it's definitely some sort of a press event, because he's obviously one of the biggest YouTubers out there. So there's going to be a lot coming from this game soon. Again, we don't know exactly what it is that they're playing, but Yoshinori Kitase and Naoki Yamaguchi are like touring the world. They're going to like Italy and Germany and France and London. And there's obviously all the stuff we knew about happening here with Maximilian Doom and some of the other YouTubers and things. And again, we don't really know anything about this event because there's an NDA on it, but assuming that it's a capture event, there's going to be all kinds of footage out there because there's so many people that are playing this right now, whatever this is, and people are going to get to different points in the game. So you're going to have those people that are going to rush through and try to play as much of the game as possible before the 3 hours is up, and you're going to have the other people that take it kind of slow and appreciate all the different areas and nuances and lore and everything like that. And I think a capture event is entirely possible as long as it's from the beginning of the game, because for one, we've already seen the entire bomb mission if you seek that footage out, and that takes up like, 40 minutes or so, maybe faster if you know what you're already doing, but that takes up a good chunk of that 3 hours. And we've already seen like Sector 7 and, like 7th Heaven Bar, we've seen Wall Market and things like that. Like, a lot of that stuff has already been shown to us, so it's not really a spoiler, and all the important story stuff is probably going to happen later on in the game anyway, so there's not a whole lot to spoil there either. But I think the fact that there is an NDA adds to that possibility of it being a capture event, because then you can't really talk about it and you can't show footage of it yet. But the fact that there's an NDA at all means that there's got to be some new shit, some stuff we haven't seen or heard of. Because if they were just playing the bombing mission over and over for 3 hours, they wouldn't have to have an NDA on that, because we've already had that happen. Like Maximilian Dude, for example, he's at whatever these press events are. He's already played the demo at like E3 or whatever last year. Like, he's already done that. Why would he do that again? Why would he talk about that again? He's already told us what happens in the entire bombing mission. It's also entirely possible that they're playing a completely different area of the game. Does not have to be from the very beginning. And it could be a set amount of like gameplay, right? Similar to the demo. Like the demo ends after you complete the bombing mission. Maybe whatever they're playing ends after they get to a certain point. And for some people, maybe it takes them an hour or two. Some people it takes them 3+ hours. Again, we don't know what this is exactly. It's kind of the hard part about talking about it and covering it is it's just kind of hard to explain because we don't exactly know what's going on yet, and we won't until they can talk about it. Anyways, my dude, that's pretty much the video. It's just kind of interesting to see this like develop. It wasn't just that one event that we kind of heard about like a week or two ago whenever I talked about it. It's actually kind of happening all over the world with different YouTubers and big YouTubers too, like Jacksepticeye. So it'll be interesting to see whatever this is whenever they can talk about it. I'll pass it off to you guys. What do you think this is? We talked about it before, but it's been a little bit. What do you think it is that they're playing? Do you think it's going to be a capture event? Leave your thoughts and more in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and want to stay updated with more Final Fantasy VII Remake content. Turn on my notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @dashingdavid. I'm a Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys. Or at least let's like a child, give me serenity. Or at least just peace of mind, get me close.